ultimately they all know that what's happening is something that they have to accept anyway if they want to deal with you. So it's almost irrelevant for them to be asking the question in the first place anyway. You see what I'm saying? Because they know at the end of the day that, especially if they know that you're a real dude, you ain't switching up.
Click the link below or go straight to mr.locario.com to get the documentary Game Kings, The Definition of Game.
Last thing I want to ask real quick and then, jump off is that, so when dealing with ladies and going out, and then when it starts to, kind of go down that road on a date, as opposed to when you're online, when a girl's asking you about like, oh, what about if you like somebody, like we are talking about a little bit ago, because I've been getting that more. It's like, okay, I can get on, make the date, with the girl. And then when we get out, then it just like starts with that question. And so what's good ways to, kind of respond? I mean, I'm just open and honest about it. Like, hey, we're, as men and women, we're built differently. Like, I can like you and do more things with you, but if I see somebody else, I might not like them as much as you. But, ladies, of course, they're not hearing that or thinking that way. They think it totally different. So what's a good way, do you think, to like kind of combat that or respond to those type of questions, especially when they ask you on a date?
Well, like the question of if, like, about other women or how you...
Yeah, right.
Or you talking about the question of if a chick is like, oh, but what if you leave me for some other girl or shit like that?
Yeah, or how are you going to get to know me more and hang out if you're still seeing others or dating with others? Yeah.
That's the thing. Listen, the thing with that is, right, is that this is the funniest shit about women, right? And this is it's a few ways you could do this, right? You could directly let them know what's going on, or you can basically steer the conversation somewhere else. Because sometimes what happens is this, right? Women, they'll say those things because it's on their mind and they want to get it out. It's almost like I want to say these things. But a lot of times they may not necessarily, like, they don't necessarily need a direct answer. Now, again, you can. So, for example, you might say directly, like, well, listen, this is just how I do, and I'm feeling you, you feeling me. We're mature adults, and our time is our time, and we gonna make this happen. You understand? Like, so it's basically letting her know, like, hey, yeah, I'm doing this, but me and you, we rock together. We're gonna make something happen because we feeling each other, and that's all really you can say as far as being direct with her. And the thing is that if she's feeling you, she's just gonna have to take it. You understand? It's one of the things which is it's an acceptance thing. It's like the girl's like, I'm saying this because I'm feeling this way. You're telling her directly what it is, and she has to accept that if she wants to deal with you. Period.
Right.
I think it just is what it is. It's something that but it's like something she feels she needs to talk about. Now, what I was saying when I say you could sort of like, push the conversation in a different direction, is that, and funny enough, this is actually better sometimes than even being direct with her, telling her this, because what she's really doing is when she's asking these questions or when she's saying these things, she's talking about something that if you're actually standing on your square is not going to change. So, and she knows this, you understand? So it's almost like she's just wasting her time, even wasting her breath, even
right.
It's not going to change, you understand? But if you're sort of like pushing the direction of the conversation a different way, what happens is that it lets her be able to get out the what she's asking, but at the same time, and this is the crazy part, if I push the conversation somewhere else, she doesn't have to actually hear me directly tell her it's happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is the stupidest shit ever. So basically, if she's like, oh, but what about these other girls, and how are you going to focus on me, and what is that going to mean? And then let's say you're like, hey, listen, why are we talking about this type of stuff? This is a nice night. The weather's great. Listen, how about we go to Krispy Kreme across the street and get a donut real quick? And you're totally disregarding what she's asking, right? And then in that situation, she'll probably be like, all right, yeah, let's go over there and go get some donuts or whatever the fuck it is. Sometimes when chicks ask questions like that, they don't necessarily want an answer. It's like they're just talking. Just like you ever hear the thing where you hear women say, I don't want you to fix it, I just want you to listen. You understand? Like,
Yeah.
it's like they just want you to listen to their gripes and their feelings, but they don't necessarily need an answer to those questions, because those questions are irrelevant, because nothing's going to change anyway. You see what I'm saying? So that's the weird part about it, is that, you know, you're directly letting them know and they're just going to have to accept it, or you just, you know, freaking switch the conversation to something else and then go in that direction and then just keep it pushing that way, because it's not anything you need to stay too long on. It's that at the end of the day, no matter which way you go, to you being direct or you're just like, you know, making the conversation go another way, at the end of all that, she still is accepting being with you. So it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? She just feels like she needs to talk it out. She needs to hear herself say this. She needs to bring this up. You understand? And it's just the way that women communicate. You understand? Women, they like to talk things out and have conversations about things, and you know, and be just like really getting into the thick of certain things, just because it's just the way that they are. It's just like if I said to you, hey, let's, you know, if I was like, hey, you hungry? You're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, let's go get some pizza. You'd be like, all right, cool. Women not the same way. Women, you have to have a whole fucking back and forth. You'd be like, oh, so you're hungry? She'd be like, yeah. And you'd be like, what about pizza? And she's like, oh, I don't know. What about Chinese food? And you're like, all right, Chinese food. But she's like, but what about pizza? Do you think pizza's better? And then you're like, just pick something. You know what I'm saying? But that's how women are. They got to fucking do the back and forth thing. So a lot of times when they're asking you that question, just, you don't need to take it too seriously to where you're spending even that much time or thought on it. It's just either you directly let them know, like, hey, listen, yeah, I'm gonna be messing with other girls, this is what it's gonna be, and that's that, or you just change the freaking subject and talk about something else. And a lot of times what happens is, and this is the thing, if you change the direction of the conversation and she keeps pushing a lot for the you know, the direct answer or whatever of it, or she wants to like talk on it more, a lot of times what happens is that's a red flag, because when a woman's really feeling you, remember, she's not trying to mess up the situation. You understand what I'm saying? So if she's feeling you, she's going to accept what you're giving as a response. If she's one of those women who's either trying to get something out of you, or, you know, attention whore, all that stuff, that's when they're going to start pushing. You understand what I'm saying? Because ultimately they all know that what's happening is something that they have to accept anyway if they want to deal with you. So it's almost irrelevant for them to be asking the question in the first place anyway. You see what I'm saying? Because they know at the end of that, especially if they know that you're a real dude, you ain't switching up. Now, the thing is, again, another thing is she could be asking to see if you're going to switch up, to see if you're the type of guy who's going to like lie about it or be like, oh, baby, it's okay, you know, on some other shit. But 9 times out of 10, when she already recognizes you're that dude who's on point, she's just sort of asking just to ask. She's talking just to talk. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, because I get that a lot, because I'll usually just be straightforward, like, hey, you know, this is how it is, or yeah, I'll be seeing others, and they're like, hey, at least I appreciate your honesty. Like, how many guys lie about that or say, oh, it's not like that, they're not like that. So I usually like to go with just, you know, giving them a real answer, but
Right.
they always they appreciate it, even if it works out in my favor or not.
Right. Now that's facts. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's just interesting, like, and you know, understanding that dynamic when you're dealing with women, because a lot of times guys overextend themselves and put so much energy into those interactions. Because again, the reason why we do that is because, like, if we're talking to our boys or men, it's like we're asking something, you understand, because we want to have a dialogue about it to really like get to the bottom of something, or because we're asking because of something relevant. Whereas a woman, she's asking questions, but all she's really doing is she's asking from a place of insecurity. She's saying things from a place of insecurity and fear. It's like, oh, well, I need to say this. I'm feeling this, so I want to say it and ask you this. But it's like all that needs to happen is for you to respond, for you to calm down that fear and then keep it pushing. You understand what I'm saying? That's really all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And what you said about them accepting it, because a lot of women, because I'm divorced, of course they ask, oh, so what happened? Why are you divorced? Mm-hmm. And, before I just be like, oh, it just didn't work out or whatnot. But now I just keep it honest. It was like, I was slinging dick all over the place.
Right.
They usually laugh. And then it's just like, okay, I see how it is. Like, you still like that? It's like, maybe not.
Right.
But a lot of those girls that I've said that with, I still ended up hooking up with. So is it, a thing of being honest, but also the fact that because I cheated a lot, that's also, I guess, like proof that I'm able to get women? Is that what you think they see?
Well, yeah.
Because,
But the thing is, women always love dudes who have other women anyway, or can get other women, or that understand the game and have that energy. So it's almost like it's like a catch-22 or a paradox, you could say, or something, where it's like they have that energy, like, oh, you're this guy who's with all these women, so I feel a certain way about it. But then on the flip side, they like the fact that you are that way because that's extremely attractive to them. So it's like fighting against the very thing that makes them attracted to you, which is, you know what I'm saying? So it's the craziest thing. You see what I'm saying? But that's the nature of a woman is to, it's like, it's so weird because it's like they naturally test men on a consistent basis. And the funny part is that, which is good because that sharpens your iron to make sure that you're staying on point so that you're not switching up for her. You understand? You're not flip-flopping you understand what I'm saying? Based off of her feelings and actions and all that other crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Keith, winner of the Bad Boy Membership Contest. I recently joined the Bad Boy Membership, but I wish I'd done it a long time ago because the content is the real deal. It helps you become more secure, confident, and masculine, which will help you in all aspects of your life, but especially with women. So thank you for the prizes that I won, but the real thanks is for the powerful content. Get on the Bad Boy Membership now. You won't regret it.
What's going on? It's your boy Miles Cunningham, and what I want to talk about today is the Bad Boy Membership Contest. All you have to do to be eligible to win the Bad Boy Membership Contest is to be a Bad Boy member. See, what we realize is that when guys join the Bad Boy Membership, they make the transition from simp to player very quickly, and we're just trying to make that transition just a little bit easier. So here's what you get if you win the Bad Boy Membership Contest. So here's what you receive if you win the Bad Boy Membership Contest. A bottle of Bad Boy Cologne by Carolina Herrera, New York. A luxury designer timepiece. And a $100 gift card. To increase your chances of winning, share this post in your story, tag 3 friends, and subscribe to Mr. Locario or the Miles Cunningham YouTube channel. The link is in the bio. And follow Real Mr. Locario and Miles in the Game on Instagram. The winner will be announced at the first of the month. Good luck.
Click the link below and get your bad boy gear. Get the t-shirts, Submissive Women Are Sexy, Binary as Fuck, and I'm God to These Hoes. Click the link below to get your bad boy gear today. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below.